Yeah, g'day, mates. Just seen some shit posting from a Cord Bunny. So let's try and see if we can mint some Accord dollars. Just gonna click on the link from their Twitter page. So Accord dollar. Click on launch app. Yep, fully understand. Gonna click on connect wallet. Choose vault. I tried doing this before. Hopefully you can see this pop up. So I have to connect my Vault wallet on my phone by scanning the QR code. 1 second. Just confirm. Yep, sign in on the phone. It's taking its time. Okay, that didn't work for us, Pop. I'm going to try again. Vault. Here we go. So I don't know why that was hanging, but I'm going to click agree. So that should link my wallet. Cool. So it's showing deadlock. That's my Vault wallet. Right, I haven't done this before. So we're on the borrow screen. This is my wallet balance, and we want to let's just test one BSV. So it's saying that the BSV price is about $85. Sounds about right, unfortunately. I think, yeah, so I think they're importing it from 3 different sources: Huobi, OKX, and maybe Changely, if I remember correctly. This interest rate is the interest rate that you would be charged on any Accord dollars that you actually mint. So that would be 15% annually. And then the liquidation price. Okay, so this is the collateral ratio. So if BSV is worth 80, let's say I want to put 8 in there. So that makes sense. So let's say I put, so I could borrow up to 71 Accord dollars. Okay, this makes sense. So if I borrowed 71 Accord dollars using one BSV worth approximately $85, that means that my collateralization ratio would be 120%. So the amount I'm borrowing, my deposited collateral is 120% the amount that I've borrowed. I think that's correct. So I think that using this protocol, you can get liquidated below 120%. And I think realistically, you probably want to keep your collateral, what do they call it? Collateral ratio above 150. Because I recall reading in the docs there was some other limits that were relevant around 150%. So let's go see what happens. I'll try and mint 20 bucky. I'm going to click confirm and borrow. So I've got this dialog. Hopefully this shows. So I want to pay that one BSV, and it looks like it's added the transaction fee on top of that. That's cool. Click pay. Sweet. Click done. Okay, so apparently I have 20 ACD, 20 Akadaka. What happens if I click on that? So it shows that I can still borrow another 50 Accord dollar, which would bring me up to that 120% that we were just talking about. So can I borrow more? Do 10 more. No. So I've got one BSV locked. I can borrow 51 more apparently. So why can't I put in 10 here? Click on this number. Okay. So I would have thought intuitively you could just keep drawing down on your collateral until you reach the liquidation threshold of 120%. So I'm a little bit confused. So if I click on repay, what have I got? So I've got 20 Accord dollars. So if I wanted to repay myself, I could put 20 Accord dollars back in, and get my BSV back. So what is this saying down here? Repaying debt changes collateral ratio. Yeah, so I assume I can get my 1 BSV, but let's try it. Confirm and repay. Okay. Yeah, whatever. So I've clicked pay. I'm hoping that this dialogue is showing, but it's taking some time. There we go. So it's confirmed. So yeah, done. Just click on borrow again. Still says I've got 1 BSV locked. Maybe if I refresh this, it'll. Yeah, here we go. No, it's still saying I got 1 BSV locked. I want to see you in my Vault wallet on my phone if anything happened. So according to my Vault wallet, I still have 20 Accord dollars in my. So in the BSV account in the Vault wallet, I have Accord dollars, 20 of them showing up under my Bitcoin SV balance. So just clicking on that, it shows a received transaction of 20, but whatever I did just now with the repay, I don't know what that is. If I look at my Bitcoin SV transactions, I've just got just over 1 BSV leaving the wallet, which is this locked collateral. So I'm not sure what I just did. If I refresh again. Okay, not sure. Try and borrow some more? No. Okay, let's have a look at the other screens. Repay. Yeah, I would like to. I'm going to try this again, see if it works. Confirm and repay. Confirm it on this dialog. So I'm pretty sure I already did this. I don't know why it's not working. Click done. Yeah, it's taking its time. So it says success. All right, there we go. So now I no longer have a core dollar, apparently, in my wallet. So it's showing 0 here. Max withdrawable 1 BSV. I don't know if that's a bug or not. If we click on borrow. So now it's saying I've got 0 BSV locked as collateral. That should be correct. And I've got 0 Accord dollars. Let's see what happened in the Vault wallet. Cool. So I have 1 BSV coming back into my wallet. That's good. And now my Accord dollar balance is 0. So I must have fucked up the first transaction did something wrong. So I locked 1 BSV as collateral, drew down 20 Accord dollars, and then I repaid the loan. So it doesn't look like you can adjust the amount you've borrowed against the locked collateral after you've done it. At least I couldn't figure out how to do it. Let's try one more time. Put 1 in there, and this time I'll do 40. With any substantial amount of money, I think this is what I'm going to do. I'll keep my collateral ratio over 200%. So basically mint half the amount of the value of the BSV that I put in as Accord dollars. And I'll be doing that. I mean, this 15% doesn't really worry me. So this 15%, it would add on to my loan balance and I would be repayable in Accord dollars. But having minted the Accord dollars, you will be able to farm. I don't know what you would call it. You would be able to farm the native token of Accord, which is AMT. So we'll see if there's probably some information on these screens. So I'll borrow this amount, confirm that. Yeah. Sweet. Yeah, it's saying I've got one BSV locked and I've got 40 ACDC. Yep, so I've got $40, 40 a quarter dollar in my Vault wallet. BSV has once again gone down by one BSV. Cool. Counting checks out. So I know I can repay that at any time. As long as I keep that, as long as I don't get liquidated, I'm pretty sure I can just repay that anytime. Interest will accrue on this 40 ACD balance, and that will be payable as well. Okay, so what's redeem? Actually, I had a look before connecting my wallet. I didn't really understand what redeem was. What did you can redeem? So I have 40 ACD. Okay, that doesn't seem like a good deal. Oh, okay, yeah, fair enough. So it seems like I can put my 40 ACD in, excuse me, and like mint BSV back without extinguishing my loan. That seems about right. That seems probably a little bit low, right? This should be about 0.5 BSV that I could redeem. Redemption fee. So yeah, so I'm getting charged 5.8% redemption fee. The BSV prices per the Oracle 85. I'll try. I'll just confirm and redeem and see what happens. So yeah, I'll go pay again. Oh, this website looks pretty nice, and the dialog boxes looks good. Everything seems snappy on Vault's end as well. Cool. So I'm gonna. I don't know what I'm doing. Click done. So I should be paying my $40. I should have a 0 ACD balance and get back 0.43 BSV. Okay, that's a success. Yep, now it's reflecting 0 there. And have I received BSV? And what happened to my loan? Yeah, so I received 0.4393 BSV. So my borrow, but I still have to pay back 40 ACD. So I still have the debt, the original debt. Kind of makes sense. I've still got the original locked collateral. So if I want to repay, I'll need to buy ACD, I assume. So can I flip that? I'll need to buy ACD. So I guess, I don't know if I can do it through here, but on Token Swap, I suppose everyone knows Token Swap, T-Swap. We should be able to trade ACD versus the US dollar, USDT pair, and ACD, BSV, as well as AMT with those relevant pairs, but I don't think that will be launching on Token Swap for another week or so. They'll probably want to see if this actually works. There's no bugs or anything. Okay. So if I ever want to repay that loan, I'll need to buy 40 cool dollars on the market. Cool. But that hasn't changed my collateral ratio. So I'm good. I'm not going to get liquidated. So yeah, so can I? No, I can't put in BSV. So we know what redeem does, and then bond. Okay, so apparently bond hasn't been activated. So it's like the way I understood bond was that if you had committed AMT BSV, say, to a pair on Token Swap, so if you had put in, let's go to pool. If you had pulled, instead of TSC, let's just say AMT BSV, and you'd got LP tokens back for pooling to provide liquidity so that so a market can trade and establish a price for this asset, then you can take your LP tokens and instead of putting them in the farming contract for that particular pair and earning more AMT, presumably, you can take the LP tokens, and I think that you can like sell them up front in here for AMT up front or something like that. I don't think this is relevant now. Maybe I'll do another video when this is relevant, because I don't think this will be running for a while. But I think it was a way to effectively commit your LP tokens in for an upfront payment, and then you've lost access to the liquidity that you put up on TokenSwap, but presumably you've got X amount of AMT tokens given to you, and you're happy with the bargain. So that's what bond is. Yield. Withdraw yield. So does that mean I already have AMT yield? Okay. Stake AMT. Right. So what I think happens is when you borrow. So I've borrowed. So I already have debt accrued on that. Okay, cool. So every block, it must charge the effective interest rate, right? Not 15%, but 15% over the entire year on a per block basis. So I've actually got a little bit of interest accrued on this position already, because that was already $40 or whatever it was. What was I going to say though? Okay, yeah. So I mean, if you've borrowed $40, then the amount that you borrow determines how much yield you will make in AMT terms. I'm pretty sure. So AMT is like airdrop to you on the basis of how much ACD you've like minted or borrowed by locking up BSV. So that's kind of like, I guess that's kind of like farming on TokenSwap. So the AMT, as far as I understand, is like it's the token for this protocol, for the Accord Money protocol, and that means you can take your AMT and stake it. It doesn't look like you can click on this at the moment. Maybe that's not activated. Yeah. And AMT has a claim to all the revenue that the protocol generates. And of course, it's making revenue from the 15% interest rate that was on the borrow screen. But also, I think it takes fees whenever someone gets liquidated and things like that. So having these AMT tokens, if you've staked them, I think, would give you a claim to that revenue. And all revenue is cashed out into BSV terms. So yeah, that doesn't look like it's activated. Okay, so I'm not 100% sure. What is this at the bottom? AMT reward. So 10 AMT per BSV block. Okay, so 38,000 Accord dollars have already been minted. That's quite impressive. 38,000, nice. And that's my borrowed amount, that's correct. And my reward per block is this so far, but I imagine this will dilute more as more people put money in. 40,000 though, that's pretty good. I mean, I think this has only been activated for less than a day. So people are already testing it out, and you can't even trade it yet because TokenSwap hasn't gone live, probably won't for another week. But I guess it makes sense to put some money in now, because this whole time you can be earning AMT. So when this AMT token goes live on TokenSwap, presumably you would hope that the market price would be higher than it is now, and you've made some sort of return on it. Okay, so the last screen is the liquidate screen. Okay. So what I think this is showing is all the what do they call them? Vaults, or when you start, no, collateralized debt position. So I've opened a collateralized debt position. This is it. One BSV locked up, 40 Accord dollars back. So I should be in here somewhere. But my collateral ratio was over 200%. Here we go. This is me. I think one of these ones. So I'm quite far down the list in terms of liquidations, and all of these liquidate buttons have been grayed out. Once this position here goes below 120%, then I imagine this button will allow me to click on it, and I can liquidate it. And I think I can earn money by liquidating other people's collateralized debt positions. And the protocol also makes money from this. So there's a really strong incentive to keep your collateral above I would say above 150 because there was some other rule. If you click on this top icon, you can go to docs. There was some other rule about, what was it? I'm not going to try and find it now. It was like anything under 150% can also be liquidated under some conditions. So I'm just going to play it safe, keep my vault above 200 probably, and then I should steer pretty well clear of liquidation. So the risks for liquidations would be the classic risk in BSV of the prices going down, which is yeah, I mean, we're used to it, so it could happen for sure. So I think you just want to keep an eye on that ratio, but I don't know how you would improve it. Can I put more in? Let me check. So I can improve my ratio by putting 1 in, and it says minimum 10 required. Okay, so I'll put it in 10, and then I can confirm and borrow. So that should improve my ratio. Here we go. So it'll improve my ratio from 200 to 343. So I go confirm and borrow. The dialogues come up again. It's just, I'm going to click pay. Done. Okay, that's going to load. I'm going to check on my Vault wallet as well. So now I got, oh, that's right. Okay, so I got $50 of debt now. I got 2 BSV locks, and my collateral ratio is 340%. Yeah, so I've got the 10 has arrived in my wallet, and I forgot that I redeemed my 40 before, so I actually only have 10 Accord dollars in my wallet. Okay. This is working pretty snappy. I mean, it's probably even faster than token swap interactions. So that's how you can beef up the ratio. So if BSV price tanks 20%, you probably want to put some more money in here. So I go into liquidate. Where am I? 300 and something. Here we go. 340, 2 BSV locked, and 50 ACD Accord dollar like minted, withdrawn from the collateralized debt position. I mean, that's pretty straightforward, I guess. Like, I mean, I need to learn what this bonding thing is, but and obviously trading needs to launch on token swap for this to really mean much. But I think what I'll do is I'll lock up a few BSV so I can earn, where is it? So I can earn AMT in the meantime. This balance seems to be going up by every block. And then when token swap launches to trading, then we'll just see what the market price is. I think I don't have the spreadsheet open, but I did an analysis. So I mean, like, real finger in the air sort of stuff. The best way to come up with an idea of what this could be worth would be to look at something like, so this is basically a MakerDAO clone. So I mean, so instead of DAI, we're minting AMT, but it's the same idea. And I think MakerDAO, like the Maker token, is a governance token which also has claims to revenue like the AMT token will. So I mean, we can probably compare the two projects a little bit, and the best way to do that would probably be to look at the Maker governance token, see what the market cap of that is, and have a look at what the percentage of that market cap as a percentage of Ethereum overall is. And I did this, and I can't remember exactly what it came out to be. If you do the same with BSV, so you go, if BSV is whatever market cap, and we expect a lending platform like stablecoin platform to be X% of that, then what is the market cap of Accord? I think it came out at like 8 million, right? Total fully diluted market cap, 8 million, which doesn't seem unreasonable because I think token swap is sort of valued at 4 at this point. So we'll just see what the price is when it launches on token swap. We'll probably see a pump like we did with TSC coin because liquidity will be so thin. And if they've got the frog, it looks like they've got the frog doing their marketing. So, I mean, this probably will get a bit of excitement when it actually does launch. But we'll see. Yeah, I'll make a couple more videos when I know more.